Okay, so now I'm just going to put in the back wall on the inside of the bathrooms and everything there. And so I've worked out that's 5 metres. So again, with offset, type in 5,000. Select the inside line there, click to the right. And then the wall thickness there, it's probably 110 if it's brickwork, but let's just make it round it off and make it 100. So I'm going to offset again 100 from that new line to the right. So that first one was 5 metres, 5,000. Okay, and then I'll offset one more time, this time 1,000, and then click the bottom line and click above. And here you could use fillet or trim, up to you, but I'm going to use fillet. So with fillet, I'm just going to choose zoom in to make it easier. So I'll with the wheel on your mouse. And it zooms where your cursor is too. So if you put your cursor there, when you zoom, it zooms to that area. So I'll just choose this line and then the one below. Fill it again and choose the other line on the right and then fill it, yeah, fill it. Yeah. Okay, so so you can see already we've got majority of that floor plan drawn already. Exactly. Alright, so now the next part's a little bit more, it's just a little bit fiddly. So I'm recording of course, so you'll be able to see it all, but I'll just go through it and then I'll give you some time to try all of this. Oh yeah, any extra lines, delete them, yep. And, okay, so now I want to have a go at putting in this shop front, and that'll be all I do today.
Odd, interesting.
Exactly,
lines.
exactly. Yeah, but they're there for a reason. Why do you think they do this in a lot of the older shops?
That's like guided sort of entrance.
Definitely, it's all about entrance making in a way. It does guide people to the entrance, but also just think about the people who are going to be using this building. So retailers. Yet they want as much glass as possible to display their merchandise. So by having these angled facades, they get more shop front area. That's why they do it.
Yeah. And then perhaps like on the left-hand side is like the cashier or like...
Possibly, yeah, that's right, yeah. But I mean, this would all be displayed.
Oh, okay.
That's for the retail. If it's retail, now if it's a restaurant, you can still have display there. But you might have tables and chairs there as well. But they often do have display in a lot of restaurants as well. So it gives you some options there for your design. I think Todd might be happy for you to modify the facade as well. But I don't think you have to. It's just it's an option for you. Okay, so then now this is where it's a bit tricky because if you look, let's just have a look at the plan that we're trying to make. So here you can see we've got the line that comes down. And then we've got to come back from there at a right angle. So it's not as easy to offset unless you've got a line like this. And that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a few different commands to get that to work. So I'll do it and then I'll give you some time to try it. So it's because of the way AutoCAD is as well. You have to do it in this particular way, but it works really well once you know how. So, stop moving. Go back to, sorry, I'll have to move, really frustrating. So again, that red border is moving, so I have to move with it. Alright, so now I'm going to draw a line, and it's a little bit harder, so just make sure you have a look at this. I'm going to draw a line just with the line command. That red thing is driving me crazy. Okay, so a line anywhere out here. Now, if you know people who know the new features of AutoCAD, there are other ways, but this is the old way and it still works. So again, with the line, I'm going to start anywhere over here that's in front of this wall. And then I'll turn auto off so I can draw any angle. And I'm going to move up to this line and make sure it says perpendicular. So if you don't see perpendicular, just make sure you come down to here. Again, click on the down arrow here, which is next to that object snap button. That's the rectangle. And again, make sure you've got perpendicular ticked. You've got to have that. Right, so then I can click on this line to get my right angle. And don't worry where the line is, because we're going to move it after this.
Is it just a random measurement at this point?
Yeah, it is, that's right. It's a random measurement, yeah, whatever you like, as long as it's at the right angle. So then I'm going to click on it, click move, and then, yep, so the move button, sorry, it's this, the 4 compass points, the 4 arrows. And then, really importantly, you snap to the end of that line to pick it up. And then snap to the corner of the building to place it in the right spot. And you may as well leave that line there, because that's going to be a handy thing for later. So then I'm going to click on that line again, and this time go to copy. So copy is the one under move, the 2 circles. And then I'm going to pick the line up on the end again, and this time go to the end on the bottom corner. Okay, so what that really gives us is the width of that shot on the stroke. And that's a useful thing. But I really want it for the little line that we're going to do next as well. Okay, so now, using the new distance, which I'll measure. Yeah, let's just round off. So I'm going to look at 300. So I'm going to offset that line now 300 on both ends. In fact, no, I'll do it a bit more than that, because it probably would be more. Let's make it 350. So I'm going to set 350 from the first line to the right, and then the other line above and to the left. Okay, so see I've got these 2 extra lines, so they're both 350 offset.
50, okay.
Yep, to the inside. Yep, yep. So then, I'm going to use trim again, but I'm going to show you the trick to make it extend. You see, if you click on the down arrow next to trim, it does show you that you've got trim and extend. They're 2 different commands, but they actually work almost like one command. And I'll show you how. So I'm going to click trim, press enter before I do anything, and then I want to extend this line. I don't want to trim it. So to make it extend, I'm going to hold down shift and then click on the line. So with shift, trim turns into extend. And then while I'm still doing the trim, sorry, I skipped a step. So then I'm going to let go of shift and then choose these 2 lines in between, trim them.
Oh, so do we delete them both?
Yeah, yep, and then also these ones. Have we got them?
Wait, the ones that are sticking out?
Yeah, that's right. So then to finish it off, I'm going to draw a line now. So I'm going to draw a line now that connects those two corners. So that's essentially the line of the glass and also the entry, which we'll have to come back to, but that's plenty. If you can get that far, that's good. So I'll leave it there and I'll finish recording.